Once you've driven one, you want one. Everybody loves a good Porsche. This is a dream car for most. This version is not my dream. My dream is $500,000. I can't afford that. So how do I get my dream without having that dream money? Well, we have to build it. So I'm gonna try to build this car into a car that can compete with a real GT3 RS. How can you beat a real GT3 RS when your motor doesn't work? We don't even have a hood. We don't have a bumper. So now you're probably asking, how is this all gonna happen? How are you gonna beat a real GT3 RS with a $3,500 Canadian Porsche Boxster? I've got a lot to do. I gotta pull this motor, I gotta finish printing a body, and then we're gonna vacuum form it. We have to make molds. Then we can get a K24 and drop it in, but there's a long way to go, and I hope you guys wanna join along. This is gonna be my future cheap GT3 RS replica that should act, drive, and hopefully beat the real deal.
With the plan set, we put it in motion. We started by gutting the factory Boxster hood, slicing off the original skin, which actually revealed something crazy.
This was a little surprising to see, some Kevlar on the backside of the hood. It's like what, the first 3 inches of it? Nowhere else though, just on there.
With the upper skin removed, I had to overlay the 3D piece on top.
We got the hood bits.
Gonna start by cutting out this cross section, and then we'll reinforce it later. Make a couple marks, little Milwaukee cut. Here we go. Done. To give it some strength, I took a 1/8 piece of steel and welded across, just to split the opening. To help strengthen all the pieces, we're gonna fiberglass it all using West Systems epoxy. I picked up their mini pump set, some 6-ounce and 3-ounce fiberglass. On the front here, I'm using 3-ounce fiberglass, just because it gets into the little corners and crevices easier. And then on the back, I'll use some 6-ounce. So we got it overlaid, we're gonna cut out some center sections, and then get the West Systems to work. So it's 1-to-1 parts, which is great. You have to figure out all the mixing and all the quantities. Throw one coat on, and then I'll leave it for 24 hours. There it is, a couple air bubbles, my first time, but you know, go easy on me. Came back the next day, just to remove all the excess, and then hit up the second coat on the back. So these pieces were very frail before, now they're fairly strong. This is just for a mold, guys, so don't judge. We're gonna use this, and we'll make an actual mold for the carbon fiber process. Moved on to the hood, same steps, sand it down with 60 grit just so it sticks, and then I apply. I went with a 6-ounce on the front here just because the hood was going to take a little bit more abuse. Got all this done. This was a little bit more difficult than I thought, just the bigger surface. Very time consuming. Top coat done. Let's move on to the back. I gotta say the back was a little bit easier, maybe just because it was a little bit stiffer now, it wasn't flexing, but anywhere there's a seam, you kind of get like a slight little air gap. So I gotta figure that out for the mold, but I'm hoping it's not gonna cause an issue, so we'll circle back on that. I picked up these tools on Amazon that kind of look like something in a scary movie. I'm not showing them here, but they're like a roller with some metal on it just to get air bubbles out. It worked okay, but I went back to just a simple paint roller, just going across the edges, getting the epoxy into every little nook and cranny, and then we'll let it dry overnight. Okay, come back 24 hours later, the top was done, the bottom was done, now we're gonna trim off all the excess. Picked up this great Milwaukee little cutoff tool, not sponsored. You know, if they want to, that's great, but this worked really well just for cutting off any of the excess pieces and the sharp little strands. So fiberglass is not the smoothest of materials to work with. So do the fenders next, get everything trimmed up. We'll clean it up later. And then I'm going to overlay the hood again on top of the metal cutout and the structure that we made earlier. One final test fit on the car. Sorry about the short video this week, guys. I lost about 2 weeks worth of recording, so I had to really condense this down. So I promise next video, we'll really get into this. I had some good stuff planned, and we'll keep going. See you in the next one.